Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did this like really blown out fall look. I love fall makeup, as you guys know, but I know I just did like a really intense glitter eye, so I wanted to take a step back and do more of a matte, like everyday look. So that is what we're doing today. But I just want to point out that I finally got some fall decorations. I got this cute little pumpkin back here from Home Goods, and I got these like twinkle lights. But I forgot that my lens like blurs out the background, so you kind of can't even see the little lights. But I think they're cute. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you want to see this look from start to finish, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is prime. I'm just going to use this pore filling primer, and it's this micro blur skin perfector from Kiehls. It's pretty much literally the same thing as this no pore filling primer that you guys know I love, and this is a lot cheaper, so if you're looking for a cheap alternative, that one would be it. So I like to put it like right here because that's where like foundation likes to sink in, and then I put it around my nose because this is like a pore filling like smoothing primer, so I'm just kind of putting it in the places that I want to be smooth. And then sometimes like foundation sinks right there in the creases of my nose just because I have drier skin, and then I'll put it like around my chin area and my mouth, just so it's all nice and smooth throughout that area. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go in with this like MAC Strobe Cream. I just recently got this like a couple weeks ago, and I've been using it like every day since. And since I'm going to be using that Fenty Beauty Foundation, I find that since it's pretty matte, I need like all the help I can get to get the luminosity since I do have dry skin. So I just take like a little bit, a lot of this like comes out super fast, but I just take like a drop like this, and I just put this on the rest of my face. Okay, so for foundation, like I said, we're going to be using the Fenty Beauty. I have to mix this with like a luminous foundation or like a luminous base because it is so matte. And if you watch I did like a whole review wear test on this foundation, so if you're interested, I will have that linked up here or down below. I'm going to be mixing it with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. You could always use the like LA Girl Pro Coverage, that's really luminous foundation. Just like a really luminous foundation that's not so matte, because I love the coverage of this. It just kind of, you know, cakes around my nose and stuff, and the color match on this is like pretty perfect for me. So I hate to mix it, but I just have to make it work. So then I just mix it on the back of my hand with this like little WetnWild foundation brush, and just put it on the face. And this foundation does dry, like the Fenty foundation dries like pretty fast. So we're just gonna do like one section at a time. Just gonna take a damp beauty blender and blend this in. Okay, so for concealer, I have been using the Colourpop No Filter. What? I just said that so weird. Okay, the Colourpop No Filter concealer. But since this foundation is already like really full coverage and I don't really have dark circles, I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Better Skin. I feel this gives more of like a light to medium coverage. It's definitely not a full coverage, but I feel like I don't really need that. And so I'm just gonna use this, and this is in the shade Ivory. So I'm just going to take my No7 Translucent Powder in a Morphe E59 just to set under the eyes and then like all the areas that we put the concealer. But I'm not going to set my whole face. I'm just going to set where we put that concealer. And I'm not going to let that bake because this is already like a super matte foundation, and I don't want to look more dry than I already am. So I'm just going to go ahead and dust that away. Okay, so before we move on to like bronzer and all that, I'm going to go ahead and set my face just so the foundation and concealer and like the powder we just used can all melt into the skin, so I don't have like a ton of powder or anything still on the skin. So I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus, but you can use any setting spray. This is just the one I have right now, and I'm going to go ahead and set my face. And while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, and I'll be right back to finish off the face. Okay, brows are done, so let's move on to bronzer. I'm going to be using the Colourpop Pressed Powder Face Bronzer in California Dreamin'. I find the undertone of this to be a little warm, so I'm just going to use a really light hand with this, not to go overboard. I don't want to be orange, but I do really like this bronzer, and their formula is really nice. So for contour, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've gotten back into using this. I kind of got away from contouring for a while, But I have exciting news. So I got this at TJ Maxx for $23 because I guess, you know, she came out with a new one that's like refillable. So they're at TJ Maxx. So go check your TJ Maxx or Marshalls and see if they have it, because I just got a brand new one, because mine, if you remember, mine was like, oh, this color was gone and this color was gone and that color was gone. So I needed a new one anyways. So when I saw it, I picked it up. So I'm going to be using this middle shade right here. For blush, I'm going to be using Rosé Champagne from WetnWild. It's just, it doesn't have too much color. And this has like a nice sheen to it. It's not like flat matte, so it'll give a nice glow. I just really like, it's more of like a nude blush. It's really pretty. See, it kind of gives like a soft glow. And we'll do highlight last, so let's just go ahead and move on to the eyes. So I think for today, like I said, I want to do something like really warm and blown out, like more of a matte look. I don't do like a ton of matte looks on my channel, so I want to do that today. So I think I'm going to use the Modern Renaissance palette. I know like a bunch of people have this palette, so I just thought this would be like the easiest to recreate instead of using like single shadows from like a bunch of different places. So, and as you can tell, I really love this palette. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this burnt orange shade right here. So I'm going to be using this Morphe MB23 brush. It's just like a really big fluffy brush. Oh, we got to set the eyes first. What am I doing? Hold on. I'm just going to take like a matte bone white shade and set the eyes before we do eyeshadow. Almost forgot to do that. Okay, now we're going to go in with that burnt orange shade. And we're going to take this pretty high up in the crease, because like I said, I want it to be pretty blown out. Since we're just going to be doing like a couple shades in all matte look today. So as you can see, I'm just using like circular motions to really buff this and blend this out. I guess I'm really taking this color everywhere. Just making sure it's really diffused though. Okay, I think the next shade and the last shade we're gonna go in with is this raw sienna shade right here. And focus this color more on the outer part, but still blowing it out the way that we've been doing. Just use circular motions. This shade is just like, I wouldn't even say it's that much darker. It just has more of a brown undertone than the orange. So we'll just keep this on the outer edge and really blow it out. Okay, I know I just said that I wasn't going to add any more, but I think I just want it like a tad bit darker, like right here. So we're going to take Cypress Umber and just like a tiny bit of this, because this shade's really pigmented. But I'm just going to be using the same brush, but like barely any. Okay, I think that's like dark enough. So now we're going to just smoke out the lower lash line to match. So really all this look is just like a bunch of blending. You can find these colors in any palette. I just kind of want to pick a palette that I thought a bunch of people would have instead of using just like random single shadows from different companies. But I guarantee you can find those shades in like different palettes. They're not like anything special. So let's just go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. So we're just going to do the same exact thing that we did at the top. So I'm starting out with burnt orange. So as you can see, I did bring that color down pretty far, but just because we're not going to do eyeliner or anything, so I just really want it to be like a smoked out, really diffused look. So I really like that. Kind of brings kind of like a grunchiness, but still like soft, because we're not doing eyeliner or anything harsh. It's just like a really diffused look. I don't know, I just had this look in mind, so I really wanted to film it, and I think it's perfect for fall. So now I'm just going to take raw sienna and kind of do the same thing we just did with burnt orange. And then for Cypress Umber, I'm just going to keep it on the outer half. I'm going to take this pencil brush from Sigma. This is the E30. And we're just going to smoke this out more on the outer half to connect with the top there, just because I don't want it dark all the way across. Okay, so now we just have to highlight the brow bone and be using the Tempura shade. It's just like a bone matte shade. This is what I used to set my eyelid before we even started in the beginning. So we're just going to use this to highlight the brow bone. Okay, so all I did was pop this Pixi Beauty Endless Silky Eye Pen. I believe it's called Bronze. And I just popped this in my lower waterline, and then I just popped on some mascara. These lashes I'm wearing are by Lena lashes in the style Bisera. Not sure how to pronounce that, but those are the lashes I have on. For lips, I think I'm gonna use Ginger by Kylie, because I think I want to do like the orangey tones, like really bring it all together. So I'm just gonna put this on. I'm going to use the Lorac Daylight highlighter. Okay, so I'm just going to spray my face one more time just to set everything in place and make sure this makeup will last all day. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I love fall makeup. I know I just did like a really smoky, glittery eye, but I really wanted to do like a more matte look because I don't do a ton of matte looks on my channel, but that is what I usually wear on a daily basis. It's just like a couple colors in my crease and good to go because I'm usually running late for work in the morning. So I really wanted to take that but like really blow it out, and I just really like how this turned out, and I love the warm tones, how they all come together. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this fall look. If you want to see more fall tutorials from me, then give this video a thumbs up so I know you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.